We created a terrific new repair facility located on Sussex Turnpike in Mount Freedom. Our ASE certified experts can perform all types of repairs and services. It's like taking your car to the dealer without the dealership pricing. Woody's provides easy parking, easy drop-off, a comfortable waiting room, and a friendly staff.
Hi, I'm Woody. After 30 years in business, we've really stepped it up in our new facility. Come on by and see why.
Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor. Your mindset sets the ceiling. When the moment comes, will you be ready?
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buying experience. No matter your budget, we'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
My room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Don't wait, your dream ride is waiting at Garden State Harley-Davidson. From Harley legends to rugged CF Moto off-road beasts, the season's best selections here now, Route 10 East Morris Plains.
FTS is a training facility that caters to athletes of all ages and levels. The only thing we ask is to be coachable and ready to make a change. Our training programs are based on purpose, intent, reason, consistency, continuity, with adaptation and hard work. FTS family is built on our culture. Our culture is built from the ground up. We are Foundation Training Systems.
Jill and Rich Latman of Keeneland, Latman, Sotheby's International Realty are professional, honest, and knowledgeable full-time real estate agents who are experts in their field and provide outstanding customer service from start to finish. Thinking about making a change? Contact Jill and Rich by calling or texting at 908-839-8487. Jill and Rich Latman provide local expertise with a global reach.
This is Christian Copeland, broadcaster for Big State Sports, and you're watching high school football right here on YouTube.
NIL deals mean opportunity, but also risk. Don't face it alone. Lyons & Associates reviews, negotiates, and protects your contracts so you could focus on winning on and off the field.
When the storm hits, don't let your roof quit. We are fast, we are strong, we get it done right.
Wow, I need that roofer.
That's Proven Roofing. They're the best. For roofs that last, just give us a ring. Proven Roofing. We do everything.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
This broadcast is brought to you by Old School Iron Gym, where champions train. Elite equipment, unmatched energy, built different. Old School Iron Gym, located in Long Valley at 62 East Mill Road. Visit oldschoolirongym.com for more information. That's old, SKOOL, irongym.com. KJM Financial, helping families navigate the college application and financial aid process since 1988. Visit njcollegeguy.com to schedule your free consultation today.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
AP Roofing and Siding, your local experts in roofing, siding, trim, and exterior work. We deliver the best service, quality products, and peace of mind, no matter the size of the job. Call now for your free estimate at 908-879-4729 or visit us at aproofingendsiding.com.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
From forced hot air and hot water baseboards to steam heat and heat pumps, it doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, propane, or electricity. Let us help you feel the energy. B.A. Colella Heating and Cooling. Let your comfort be our concern. David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
Tired of tired floors? At Washington Floors, we're a family-owned business in Washington, New Jersey. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwoods, we've got your floor covered, literally. Fully insured, fully trusted. Call Washington Floors today at 908-989-0111. Again, that's 908-989-0111.
You're able to watch this game for free, in part by the proud sponsorship from Rich Muha and Gorge Point Plumbing. If you live in Long Valley or surrounding towns, reach out to Rich today for all your plumbing needs.
Green Home Solutions is a huge supporter of Big State sports and the New Jersey high school student athletes.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Those beautiful faces. I wanted more. For me. For them. For our futures. There was this day that something changed. A simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code BIGSTATESPORTS for an extra discount.
This is Zach Smolin, play-by-play commentator, and you're staying frosty for free right here on Big State Sports.
Litchio Power Washing, licensed, insured, 100% satisfaction guaranteed, serving Morris County and surrounding areas. Call 201-602-2481 to schedule your service or request a quote today.
Standard Tile is not just another tile store. We are an industry-leading retailer with stores across New Jersey. Part of your community since 1963, Standard Tile is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Start your search for the perfect tile today.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel-owned firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
Looking for authentic Mexican food, comfortable atmosphere, and a good time? Come to Don Jose, located on Route 10 in East Hanover and Route 46 in Netcong. The Arceo family has owned and operated Don Jose since 1998. Experience our extensive menu featuring all your authentic Mexican favorites like fajitas and enchiladas, as well as live music weekends. Our signature Don Jose margaritas are sure to put a smile on your face. Don Jose in East Hanover and Netcong.
You think you need to do something academically for your child this summer, but you're not sure what? Come see us at Sylvan. We know exactly how to help your child, and it's fun here. Be proactive and make learning part of your summer schedule. Visit sylvansummer.com today.
AP Roofing and Siding, your local experts in roofing, siding, trim, and exterior work. We deliver the best service, quality products, and peace of mind, no matter the size of the job. Call now for your free estimate at 908-879-4729 or visit us at aproofingendsiding.com.
With over 46 years of experience in the surrounding Morris, Sussex, and Warren County area, 4J's Contracting and Roofing, LLC can help you with all your home improvement needs, including roofing, siding, windows, doors, and decks. We are experts in our field, and the owner is always on the job supervising. Call Joe Spear for an estimate at 973-713-1916 today.
Here at Open Road Cadillac, everybody gets treated just like family. We always make sure we find the right car for you.
The 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, now for the limited time price of only $529 a month. Open Road Cadillac of Morristown in Florham Park, New Jersey.
This is George Muha, and you're watching Big State Sports.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature. That is good. Who installed the system? ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
This broadcast is brought to you by Hydrolyte Therapy, the premier wellness center in Chester. Boost your energy, beat the fatigue, feel amazing.
Hi, I'm Barry Farber, and I'm so excited to bring you the new special edition hardcover copy of The Adventures of Little Billy in Search of the Magic Tree. Scan the code below and learn more about that adventure.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great solar and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and solar, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons. Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in wide open net. Too easy right there.
Ollie Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin. Here we go. And it got it! That would win it for Warren Hill.
Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
And he break his record. Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to look.
Lineups ahead tonight on more Sussex.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to West Morris Mendham High School in Mendham, New Jersey for tonight's high school football matchup in the Liberty Blue division of the North Jersey Super Football Conference between the hosting Mendham Minutemen and the visiting Parsippany Hills Vikings, both teams at 0-1. It is currently 75 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and our game time temperature is brought to you by ICS, keeping you cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com for all of your comfort needs. We bring this broadcast to you from the Mendham Barrett Press Box. Since 1930, Mendham Barrett PC has been a trusted legal partner for all of life's biggest plays. From business deals to personal matters, their experienced attorneys provide hands-on attention and innovative solutions. For nearly a century, they've built enduring relationships across diverse industries, and wherever you are, whatever your legal need, and whether it's personal or professional, Mendham Barrett PC is on your team. Learn more at mblawfirm.com. PhysioPros Performance Rehab, located at 3799 Route 46, Suite 110 in Parsippany. Call 973-265-8621 or visit physioprospt.com. Hogwash Car Wash, located at 1600 Route 46 in Parsippany. Call 973-335-3000 or visit hogwashcarwash.com. Denali Property Management and MyPropertyBilling.com. From curb appeal to billing deals, they've got your community covered. With over 20 years of making community shine, they've got the tools, the team, and the tech is all aligned. And finally, Liberty Corner Chiropractic. If you're looking for a specialist who is local and experienced, reach out to Dr. Vin Lasorsa to talk about your best path to wellness and feeling great. www.libertycornerchiro.com. I'm Ryan Sudall, alongside my partner Kelly Owens, as right now the Mendham Minutemen coming out on the field. Mendham 0-1, as we said at the top of the broadcast, faced their arch rivals West Morris Central last week. They lost 21-7, but the most notable part of that game is the fact that quarterback Rocco Rassiopi threw for 141 passing yards. That's already halfway to the passing yards that Cam Parinello threw all of last year. Of course, he left due to graduation. He threw 273, again, all of last year, and that's a matter of them looking to spread the offense out a little more with their new offensive coordinator. So, Kelly, what are you expecting to see from them tonight? Do you think they're going to throw the ball more, or do you think they're just going to try and ground and pound it?
I just think that they're going to throw a little bit more. Like you said, he threw 141 yards last week. If he can keep up 100 yards each game, he could have over 1,000 by the end of the season, and I would love to personally see that for the junior Rocco.
And it would be a record for Mendham over the last 5 or 6 years, because they have been with that triple option offense. As you see the Parsippany Hills Vikings coming onto the field for their game tonight. They have a new offensive coordinator, veteran coach Tony Maglione. He actually ran the single wing with Ethan Jaros, head coach for Mendham, when he was at Heightstown, and that's what we're going to be seeing from them a lot, the single wing as well as the wing T. And before we get into more analysis of the game, we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem. Wonderful rendition by the Mendham High School Marching Band of our national anthem. Back to the matter at hand here tonight. The wing tee and the single wing offense is what we're going to be seeing out of Mendham tonight and really for the rest of the season. If they can, according to Coach Ethan Jaros, if they can just continue to ground and pound, they are going to continue to run the single wing, which is your straight run offense. A lot of direct snaps, not just to the quarterback, but to the halfback as well in the Wildcat formation, and also when he's just lined up to the side, little side direct snap, and also the wing tee, which again is also a very run-forward offense. However, there's a lot of shotgun formations in that, so you can open up the passing game just a little bit, and that's what we saw last game against West Morris. But there are a bit of deficiencies in the defense for Par Hills coming off of last year. But going to the Par Hills Vikings, they had nearly an overtime bid with Roxbury last week had it not been for a blocked extra point on the second touchdown they scored in that game. So coming into the game with a 12-game losing streak, Par Hills, they were oh so close to a victory. No doubt they're going to try to ride that momentum tonight.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a huge motivation for them. And like I always say, you know, the kicker is one of the key parts of this team. Always getting that extra point is a huge thing, whether you like it or not, whether you see it or not. So, you know, you don't want to see those blocked field goals, nothing like that.
And there were also some unforced errors on defense that both teams are going to try to fix tonight. But let's stick with Par Hills for now. They're led at the quarterback position by Nick Napolitano. Sophomore, was injured in the second game last year of his freshman campaign, where he was the starter coming into this year. Threw 159 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns, both to senior wide receiver Nick Vico in that game against Parsippany Hills last week. Other targets that he'll have include Will Moss. He had 46 receiving yards in that game, led all receivers, as well as Manny Salcedo, who is the kicker and the punter. As Mendham has won the toss and Par Hills has won the toss, elected to kick away to Mendham, so the Minutemen will begin this game with the football. And while it's fresh on our minds, our opening kickoff is brought to you by Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000, backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Check our link below for more details. And on defense for Par Hills, you got the real anchor of this team is the defensive line, anchored by veterans such as Marvin Placide, Jaden Mendez, as well as Danny Riley, who is a weird combination of wide receiver and defensive end. Big kid he is, 6 foot, 170 pounds. For the Mendham Minutemen on offense, Thomas Guido led all receivers in that game against West Morris last week with 69 receiving yards. Shea Kraft also out of the backfield, catches a lot of balls, as well as Owen Lieberworth, who led the team in rush yards in that previous game. Defensively, Ralph Langone leads the way for them. We'll see him a lot on the line, as well as Jimmy Gilliard and Chris Montana. Montana had 12 tackles in that game against West Morris as Victor Flaith is ready to kick this one away for the Minutemen won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, and the Vikings will start with the ball as they will receive it at about their 4-yard line. Coming out with it here is going to be Sam Batista, and he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So nice coverage there by the Mendham kicking team, and that brings out Nick Napolitano for his second game of the year. Again, pretty successful last time out.
Yeah, he had 159 passing yards last game, and his long was 34. So I'm really excited to see what he brings out for this game.
He's going to start the game under center here with 3 wide receivers, 2 to his left, or 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Dante Gutierrez had a heck of a game in that Roxbury game as well, is going to take the toss on the first play of the game and falls forward for maybe a yard as he was brought down on the play by a couple of Minutemen, one of which including Vince Mateo, who's the starting tight end as well as a defensive end for the Minutemen. Gutierrez, failed to mention him before the game began, 122 rushing yards in that game against Roxbury, 7 yards per rush, 20 was the long in that game, all of which are career highs for the junior. Out of the shotgun is where Napolitano will be operating out on the second play of the game, and he's looking deep down the far side of the field, and this pass is almost intercepted on the play by Hudson Lories, the senior cornerback.
That was a great look by Hudson Laurie. He was able to, he almost was able to intercept that. So great look by him and great defense, excuse me.
Nick Vico was the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down and 9 after the...
As we got the cowbells going on next to the rest box.
Parents are leading the cheers here. 3rd down and 9, and the fans are acquiescing with the parents' request to make some noise. Trips at the top of the screen to Napolitano, who is back in the shotgun. Under pressure, escapes it, and now he's going to run for a first down. He got there. Tripped up from behind by Shea Kraft, but not before moving the chains.
That was a great run by Nick Napolitani. I mean, I don't ever really see quarterbacks just take the ball and run, but you saw number 24 coming at him, and he knew exactly what to do.
Lieberworth was in hot pursuit, noticed that, read it immediately, and found that open space, needed to just get the first down, and that is where they will set up here. 1st down and 10 from about the 32-yard line. Napolitano on the draw. It's Gutierrez, and he gets stood up for maybe half a yard by about half of the Mendham defense out there.
I think it could have gone a lot further if that snap wasn't a little bit too high, if you were able to catch that. Those snaps are really important in this game, and one wrong snap, and it can all go downhill from there.
That brings up 2nd down and 9 from the 33 of the Vikings. They start off this game with the ball. Mendham won the toss, deferred to the second half. As there are trips at the bottom of the screen now. The motion man here is Dante Gutierrez. He's gonna, is that a live ball? Is that a live ball? No, it is not a live ball. It was thrown into the flat on a screen, and everyone pounced on the ball as if it was a fumble, but it was not. Good instincts there by Thomas Guido of Mendham to try to get to the ball, but nonetheless, an incomplete pass, and that brings up another 3rd down and 9 for the Par Hills offense.
Thomas Guido was all over that.
He was.
He was ready to take that ball and head to their end zone. It's always great to see a player who's always on top of everything, no matter what position you are in. So seeing that from Thomas Guido is really nice to see.
One of the fastest kids on the whole team. They were expecting huge production on either side for him going into this year, as the Vikings here face another 3rd down and 9 with wideout split to each side. Napolitano with a clean pocket. He gets nailed, though, as he threw the ball down the field, and a flag is going to come in, and Thomas Guido is going to be charged with defensive pass interference against Manny Salcedo.
Yeah, that's a good flag by the ref there, able to pick that up right away.
And that'll be 15-yard. That'll be a
especially on third down. You don't want to see the flags get thrown.
Unless they're going to pick the flag up. And it's actually going to be holding on Mendham. Okay, so holding is the call instead of pass interference, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And that will be an automatic first down here for the Parsippany Hills Vikings. So whether it's pass interference or holding, a mistake you can't afford to make on a third down play like that. And he got nailed as he threw the ball, so good job to get it in a position where a penalty flag could be thrown. Sometimes that's what you do. Try to draw that pass interference or that holding call.
Couldn't have said it better.
So here we go on first down and 10 now from their own 42-yard line. Napolitano, the give to Gutierrez, tried to skitter his way out of the backfield, but 3 Minutemen converge on him for the loss. Initial contact there made by Chris Montana, the starting defensive tackle. His first tackle of the game tonight. Guy who has steadily improved over camp, according to head coach Ethan Jaros. Very, very glad to have another year, besides this one, ahead of them with him in the lineup.
Yeah, Chris Montana has 12 tackles already this season, as 2 of them are only solo, 10 of them are assisted.
Second down and 12 here for Napolitano. It's going to be a screen. This time it's caught. It's Manny Salcedo in the flat. Tried to escape, but could not. 2 big defensive plays in a row by the Mendham defense. On the stop there was Luke Giannatasio, the junior linebacker.
That was a great stop by the Minutemen, and we're back at third down.
Third down and longer than they've had to face so far. So the third down and 9 they first faced. QB keeper led to the first down. Then a holding call that led to the first down. But now you got third down and 13 from the 39. And they're taking a lot more time in the huddle than they have before other plays so far. See what they'll have cooking here. Three wideouts in the game for Napolitano, and he's going to look to throw. He's looking this side, looking for Will Moss, the junior, and oh no, he didn't catch it. He did not complete the catch going into the ground. Moss almost mossed the defender. Blake not complete the catch into the ground, and we know what the definition of a catch is. You have to complete it all the way through the play.
Yeah, that was a great stop by Blake Kotulski. He knew his assignment, and he acted upon it. And again, you love to see that in any player.
And good job to stay with the play, too. You know, if he didn't, impose his will on Moss as he was going to the ground, it likely would have been a completed catch and a first down. But instead, it's going to be a 4th down and 13 with 8:22 to go here in the opening quarter of action at Mendham High School. Still no score as Manny Salcedo is going to look to punt this one away. Back deep to receive is Ryan Cantelli. It's going to be a shallow punt here, and they're going to let it bounce and just see where it ends up. And the Vikings are going to touch it down at the 28-yard line of the Minutemen, and that's where we'll see Mendham have their first offensive drive of the game. Even though it wasn't a successful drive for Par Hills, they took some time off the clock there, about 4 minutes, and they didn't even make it past midfield. So you wonder how much time they would have been able to take off the clock had they been able to get into, say, field goal range, kind of like what the Cowboys did last night.
Oh, yeah.
In that opening drive for the Philadelphia Eagles game last night, which was a fantastic game. You watch any of that game last night?
I watched some of the game last night. I stopped at the rain delay. I didn't want to stay up any
You know
longer.
what? I did too. I bet you a lot of people did.
Yeah, no.
First play of the game. This is actually going to be a direct snap there to start the game off. Actually, I apologize. That was Rocco Rasiopi there on the QB keeper. Tried to get ahead, tried to cut between the defenders, but could not. And that brings up second down and it's like 10.5 here.
Yeah, I think in this game, the 2 main people on the Minutemen that on the offensive side I'm looking at is Thomas Guido and Rocco Rasiopi, as they are both 2 juniors.
Lieberworth is the running back, and it's going to be a direct snap to him. This is the single wing they were working last week against West Morris, but so far, Par Hills has it figured out, at least through the first 2 plays of the game. 3rd down and 9 coming up here.
Yeah, not a fantastic start for the Minutemen, but again, it's only the first quarter. It's their first time on the offensive side of the ball. So hopefully give them a little bit of time, figure it out, and see where this game takes us.
3rd down and 9 now for Mendham. Rasiopi lined up in the shotgun here. And a flag comes in. That may be a procedure penalty, as taking the ball was Thomas Guido. Stood up after maybe a yard gain there on the play. And on the stop there, Nathan Cerullo, the sophomore linebacker. We'll see what the call is.
It's always these flags on 3rd down.
Yes.
It's always a flag on 3rd down. Let's see what this call is here.
One of the officials discussing, and it was a legal formation on Mendham, and the penalty was declined, so here comes the punt team out for Mendham. So nice job there by the Par Hills defense to figure out, at least on the first drive, the single wing formation, which West Morris had a little bit of trouble with in that game, namely in the first drive of the second half for the Minutemen. They drove down the field in 7.5 minutes to score a touchdown. So already good marks for the Par Hills defense, as that was Victor Flaith punting that one away. And look at the bounce this is going to get. Kind of stands itself up a little bit as it goes inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown at the 28 by Hudson Lories. And Victor Flaith, originally coming into this game, was going to be the place kicker, and Zane Russell, number 17, was going to be the punter. However, he departed the team earlier on in the week in order to further pursue his studies. He wanted to focus on his schoolwork, and that is really something that's almost admirable for a kid to do and recognize that he has to do.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. You always have to respect a player who has to take a step back, make sure their grades are good, and you know, keep those good grades up. That's a key part of being a student athlete. Student athlete,
of course.
Yes.
The capital with a capital S-T-U-D-E-N-T. I almost spelt it wrong there. First play of the drive here, it's a bootleg. Throwing here is Napolitano, and on the far side of the field, he finds Manny Salcedo for a modest gain.
That was a great look there.
And it's going to bring up about 2nd down and 4.
Again, like I said, it was a great look by him. He had 2 Minutemen running after him, and he was looking to get rid of that ball, and he was able to and have a gain of 6 yards.
Ball to the 34. Now, that was actually the first completed pass past the sticks all night long so far. And Gutierrez will take it here on 2nd down. Try to dive forward for a few extra yards, but another penalty flag comes in, and it's going to be a hold and a 10-yard penalty on Par Hills. Now, this would bring up a 3rd down here. We'll see if Mendham's going to take the yards or the down, and they're going to take the yards. And that'll make it 2nd down and 14 for the Vikings. So penalties already hurting both teams.
And we're still in the first quarter.
Exactly.
We're still in the first quarter, and especially on the offensive side, you don't want to see those flags thrown against you.
Yes, and every penalty, save for the big shot down the field on the holding call, was an offensive penalty.
Yes.
Three wide receivers to the right of the screen. From the outside in, it's Danny Riley, Manny Salcedo, and Will Moss. And getting him from behind here and throwing him to the ground is Jimmy Gilliard, the defensive tackle for Mendham, and that brings up 3rd down and forever. Let's see a replay on that one. Busting right through the line was the senior.
That was a beautiful sack by James Gillard. You love to see it. That'll be his first sack of the season.
First sack of the season for him, and the first sack of his career.
Yes.
So that brings up 3rd down and 19, coming up on 4.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 4 wideouts in the game, 2 on each side here for Par Hills. We'll see if they try to take the yards or try to go for a big shot. And they're going to go underneath to Dante Gutierrez on the screen, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage of the previous play. A couple yards ahead of that. It'll be 4th down and 12, and of course here comes the punt unit for Par Hills.
Yeah, they weren't just able to get past where the line of scrimmage originally was on that 3rd down. That sack really hurt them offensively, as the punt team is currently on the field.
4th down and 12 coming up here. It'll be Thomas Guido back deep to receive here for Mendham. as Salcedo again out to punt the ball away. Salcedo put him at the 28-yard line on his previous punt. Let's see what he can do here from farther back in his own field. And it's going to take a heck of a bounce here for Par Hills. And, hey, from there, that is a dandy punt. It's going to be touchdown at the 31-yard line of Mendham, and that's where the Minutemen are going to try to get out of their own field on their second drive of the game tonight. And on their first drive, man, the 3-run plays that they had, Par Hills read them like a children's book.
Yes.
It was great to see, especially a team last year that had so much struggle.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just like you said, a team would struggle. So them being able to read them like a children's book is exactly what not only their fans want to see, but their coaches want to see.
And it's these flashes that make you happy, you know, as a fan of Parsippany Hills,
yes.
if you are one. Again, even if it doesn't lead to a win tonight, still, improvements from last year is all you can ask for, and that's all that Coach Ross Tarlow asks for, as it'll be a handoff on the first play of the drive from Rossiopi to Owen Lieberworth, and he'll get about a 6 or 7 yard gain on the play, stood up by 3 or 4 Vikings.
Yeah, he was pushing to get more. He had 3 or 4 Vikings on him, and he just kept pushing.
It's hard to figure out that single wing offense, I will say, even from this angle. So I can only imagine how difficult it is when you're actually in the game and having to figure out for the betterment of your team, not just the betterment of a broadcast. And they said if it starts working, they're not even going to think about throwing the ball. So, well, even though there are 2 wideouts stacked at the bottom of the screen here, we'll see what they do as Rossiopi's in the gun. In motion is Guido. Faked it to him, and Rossiopi's going to take off and get taken down on the play. And there was Daniel Hornung, the junior linebacker, and that brings up 2nd down and short.
That was a great play there. The Vikings just weren't able to pick it up right in time for them to not gain any yards, but for the Minutemen, it's very happy to see that they were able to gain and just be 1 yard short.
Opening the window here because it is starting to get really, really hot in here.
I was going to say it's really hot. I can't imagine what the guys in the banana suits across from us are feeling.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you can see, folks, at the top of your screen, you can see the Banana Boys over there for Par Hills. That seems to be completely coordinated. That's awesome.
I love the bananas.
In motion here on 3rd down and short. Rossiopi looking to potentially throw. He does. Perfectly placed pass to Vince Matteo. It'll be a 1st down near midfield for the Minutemen.
That was a great catch by Vincent Matteo. As we look at the replay. Beautiful catch from him.
And just beyond the outstretched arms of Nick Vico, who could have gotten a hand on the football.
Yes.
Mendham tends to be a team that they'll run the ball a lot and then pass the ball if they need to. The formations that West Morris was giving them on defense last week allowed them to pass the ball more, but a lot of times when they do pass the ball, it's for a lot of yards.
I personally love a passing game myself.
And here's the pass into the flat here, breaking tackles aplenty with Shea Kraft, and he's going to get a few more yards than he was expected to gain, probably even himself expected him to gain.
From my point of view, it looked like that he was down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So it's great to see that he was able to pick up a couple yards there.
2nd down and 6, final minute of the first quarter ticking down here. Still no score. Live here on Big State Sports. Ryan Sudol alongside Kelly Owens at Mendham High School for this Week 1 matchup. Even though it's the 2nd week of games, I don't understand why.
I don't either, but you know what? It sounds cool to me, so it rocks it.
Laurie's in motion on 2nd down and 6. Throwing again is Rossiopi. He's got Guido. Guido made a cut and got close to the 1st down marker. We'll see where they'll spot it. Looking like it'll be 2nd down and short. And it will be 2nd down and about an inch.
That's really unfortunate to see.
Oh, no, they're actually going to give him the spot, so it will be a 1st down for the Mendham Minutemen, now into Parsippany Hills territory at the 42-yard line.
I would have been surprised if they put that at 2nd down. I mean, that was a really close call.
It's one of those things where you can't really tell from where we're standing.
Until they actually move it.
Yeah, because we're not looking at this laterally. We're looking at this diagonally as the first quarter is going to tick to a close here with Mendham in business. First time either team has been in each other's territory tonight.
And it's great to see on their home field getting on the other side of their territory. So they're looking to score here. They're looking to score no matter if it's a pass, if it's a run-in. They need to get numbers on that board.
Or a field goal with the leg of Victor Flaith, who in the offseason was hitting 40-yarders regularly at practice. Same thing for Manny Salcedo on the other side for Parsippany Hills. There's video footage of him hitting a 45-yarder in an offseason kicking camp. But no score at the end of the first quarter here on Big State Sports. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight on this very, very humid Friday night here at West Morris Mendham High School. The Minutemen and the Vikings going at it, both looking for their first win of the year. We'd like to thank our sponsors, ICS, PhysioPros Performance Rehab, Hogwash Car Wash, Denali Property Management, and MyPropertyBuilding.com, as well as Liberty Corner Chiropractic for helping us bring you this game here this evening.
I just want to point out the student sections for a minute. I know we just talked about Parsippany Hills banana suits they got going on over there, but look at Mendham's. They got USA out. I see a lot of people in wigs, white wigs, blue wigs.
Red wigs as well?
Red wigs as well, and
then
we got red, white, and blue wigs. So their theme has to be USA.
Could be. You never know.
But that's also their school colors, too. So unless they just made it their school colors.
That's a good point. Every game's a USA out if they wear their school colors. First play of the second quarter, 12 minutes up on the clock. It's first down and 10 for Mendham on the Par Hills 42-yard line. And it's going to be a run up the middle to Rassiopi in that single wing formation. And it'll be a nice enough gain there. It'll be a second down and what's looking like 5 upcoming.
That was a great run by Rocco Rassiopi to gain some extra yards there.
Lowering the shoulders. If you have a low center of gravity, you're tough to bring down, and that is.
That looks like a 7-yard gain.
It was a 5-yard gain here. Again, it's the deceiving angle being up here in the box.
I was looking at it through the dashes.
I would like to think I'd be better at it if I was down on the field.
Yeah.
I have corrective lenses, so probably would help. In the gun, looking to throw here over the middle of the field. Rassiopi, it almost was too low, but it was caught by Thomas Guido, and that's going to be a first down inside the 30 for Mendham.
A beautiful catch by Thomas Guido as we look at this replay. It was a little bit low pass there, but he was still able to manage to pick that up for a first down.
First down at the 26-yard line, furthest either team has been in their opponent's territory. And
I was just about to say that, so it's really great to see. Yeah, great minds think alike, exactly.
Well, one greater mind. You. Okay.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't know about that,
wait,
but I appreciate it. Whose mine's greater?
First down and 10, and it's going to be a sweep here to Thomas Guido. Guido's breaking free, and he's got a touchdown for Mendham.
That was a great run by Thomas Guido, and as I just said before, they were looking to score. Thomas Guido knew exactly what to do as the Mendham fans are all almost on their feet, got the cowbells going as we look at this replay. He was able to find the gap.
And it was well created by his offensive line, and again, that single wing offense, so hard to figure out, and it worked to a T there. Came across on a little sweep and misdirection. And with 10:40 to go in the first quarter, Mendham up 6-0, and it's going to be a direct snap trying to go for a 2-point conversion. Did they get in? Yes, they did. Wow, they actually ran the open the gate, close the gate without closing the gate.
Wow.
And that was a direct snap there to, I believe that was Shea Kraft. And yes, he did get into the end zone. Par Hills was not expecting that. Neither were we.
I wasn't expecting it
we were
either,
not.
But you know what? That was a beautiful play by them. So you cannot be mad about it.
Because oftentimes what you'll see is they'll line up like that, and then they'll just come to the middle and line up for the kick. And Mendham did that all of last year, and rarely, if at all, went to that direct snap. They did there, and they took advantage of a Par Hills defense that they felt they could take advantage of.
Par
Worked
Hills
out
was
well.
not ready for that. So that's something they have to be ready for. Because again, this is football. You never know what can happen.
Even if it's a time where you don't need to do a 2-point conversion, points are points. You're going to try and get them as many as you can, whenever you can, as Mendham is getting ready to kick this one away. It'll be the second-place kick of the game for Victor Flaith. First game of his dual kicker and punter role.
Sometimes it can be a little tricky to be a kicker and a punter. So I'm glad we're able to see him doing so well in the beginning of this game.
Par Hills has 2 back deep to receive, and it'll be It'll be received at about the 5-yard line here. Bringing it out is Danny Riley, and Riley's going to be brought down past there just before the 25-yard line. And Par Hill is looking to cash in after giving up what turned out to be 8 points on that previous drive.
Yeah, that was a great run to pick up some yards as we were at the 24-yard line. And Parsippany Hills is looking to make some moves here. So are we expecting passing, some run? Wait, we just have to wait and see.
We did see a couple shots over the middle, more so than we did for the first few drives on their previous drive. They had only completed passes behind the line of scrimmage, so we'll see if they'll go more downfield as opposed to screens, as Napolitano has 3 wideouts in the game here. The bell cow back, Gutierrez to his right, and here he is on a draw, trying to cut it to the near side. Got a pretty okay block there from Will Moss, and he gets close to a first down. Nice job to cut right as he saw the defense pursuing him, and Will Moss, good job with the little block on the sideline.
Yeah, as soon as he saw those 3 defenders, he knew exactly which way to punk them out. So you got to love to see that in a player.
And it'll end up being 2nd down and 1. Really reached the ball out at the end of that run to get as many yards as he could. Will Moss is the single wideout at the bottom of the screen, being defended by Hudson Lories. As we are at 10:28 left to go here in the half. Par Hill's down 8-0 as Napolitano going to look to throw on the run and throws it out of bounds to his assistant coach, and that'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up. And that's a down where you take a chance like that because 2nd down and short, very much a passing down, very much a passing situation. A lot of times you'll see guys, if they're going to throw it downfield on a 2nd down and short. Now 3rd down and 1, as we'll see what they end up putting together here.
Yeah, this is kind of a good position for them to be in. They're not that far off to the first down. So we just need to see a good play come in.
Same formation as before in terms of the wideouts here for the Vikings. It'll be a give to Gutierrez. Almost got taken down before the line of scrimmage, and he fights and fights to get the first down.
That was a great run by Gutierrez. He just kept pushing into those defenders. And that is something that you need to do in order to get that first down.
Especially when you have the defensive line of Mendham.
Yes.
And a guy like Ralph Langone anchoring it, and also the linebackers who really had the best shot at him on that play there. 2 or 3 of them he had to power through, and he did so incredibly well, playing well beyond his, I would say beyond his years, but beyond his year. He's a junior, has 1 year remaining with the Vikings. 1st down and 10 at their own 35. Napolitano, it's going to be a screen to Gutierrez, trying to cut it upfield. Pursued on the far side there by Luke Giannatasio. Got some help from his friends on the tackle. It brings up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they were just in a position like the couple plays ago. So that's a great a position to be in. As we're at the 2nd down on the 36-yard line.
I would not be surprised if, if they end up getting it into field goal range and scoring position, this might take us to about 2 minutes left to go in the half, because they were very efficient time-wise with their opening drive of the game, even though they didn't get down the field as far as they wanted to, only about 20 yards from the initial spot.
They're definitely looking to get down the field on this drive.
See if Napolitano will take some shots downfield, and he's going to loft it to the near side, intended for Nick Vico, and batted away at the end there by, looked to be Hudson Lories. And another underthrown ball there by Napolitano. That's 2 times he's been almost picked off of those tonight.
I was just about to say that. This was the 2nd time they almost picked it off. The Minutemen defense are really on their game tonight. Again, both these teams are looking for their first win. Parsippany Hills is looking to end their losing streak.
And considering what Mendham went through the last time that they played a regular or any game here, the overtime shocking loss. The 2-seed Mendham losing to the 7-seed Riverdale in November. I was here for that game. It was incredible, off a 2-point conversion in overtime. So those memories definitely crowding their minds tonight as it's 3rd down and long here for Napolitano. Hit as he throws the ball. It's going to be almost caught by Will Moss, and he had some space to run as it was a little bit of a wounded duck ball that had no defenders around him. But dropping the ball was Will Moss. Missed opportunities aplenty on that drive for Par Hills. Here comes the punt team.
Yeah, that was a great look by Will Moss. You know, he saw that the ball was hit, and he saw that it wasn't going to make it to the receiver, so he ran to get underneath it, but just unfortunately was not able to.
And we apologize, folks, for the technical difficulties that we're having right now. We're gonna describe. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. Didn't miss any plays, so we are good to go here with 8:44 to go in the half. Manny Salcedo getting ready to punt this one away for the 3rd time tonight. He's had 2 good ones so far, and fair catching it is going to be Thomas Guido just behind his 40-yard line. So best field position Mendham will start a drive with so far this evening.
And like in the first quarter, they really let the clock wind down. And in the beginning of the second quarter, they really were letting the clock wind down. So hopefully we get to see that again, so they don't have to put Parsippany Hills in scoring position.
And you said that your Mets were having their first pitch about 45 minutes ago. It's currently 4-0 Mets in the top of the 4th inning.
As a Mets fan, you love to see it. They had a rough streak.
I had to give you that update.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it,
First down and 10 for Mendham here, and what a run here off the direct snap to Owen Lieberworth, running over people. The bowling ball, as Ethan Jaros puts it, showing why he has that moniker, and that's going to be enough for maybe a first down? No, just short, about a foot short of the first down marker.
Yeah, a great run by Owen Lieberworth, excuse me, as they are just inches from the first down.
And we have a clock stoppage here. And they were just making sure the spot was correct. Now the clock continues to tick down. Coming up on 8 minutes to go here in the half. This is the same play they scored the touchdown on. It's a sweep misdirection to Thomas Guido, and he's going to have a first down and a potentially touchdown-saving tackle by the defensive back Julius Cespedes just beyond the 40-yard line, and we have an injury down on the field to a Mendham player. And potentially a cramp here. And that's a very common play. Yep, he's being stretched out right now. So we'll keep it here. And this is an issue that you're going to see in the first few weeks of any season, especially this year with the weather being unseasonably warm, specifically today for this time of year. There's a reason why we were sweating in the booth before we finally decided to open this window again. So, you know, as someone who played sports in summer weather, just like you did with softball, what was your cramp remedy that you would employ if you had one?
Well, also I played football too, so
that's right.
You know, over the summer, it was cramp central over there. I had all of my offensive linemen and my D-line always, the clock was always stopping due to a cramp. But for me personally, I just drank a bunch of water. Pickle juice was all. I don't like pickles. I don't like pickle juice, but that really saved the day.
I was going to ask about the pickle juice because like there's the jury's out on the pickle juice as to whether that actually worked or if it's just one of those like pseudoscience things in your head that makes you think that it's working.
Like a
placebo.
Like placebo. There you go. Yeah. Placebo. No, it really worked. I went into it thinking, nah, this is not going to work for me, and it really worked for my linemen. So I really had help. That was really a help. And that was Thomas Guido who was down. He's back on his feet running to the huddle.
Yep, and I have a feeling that will not be the first cramp that we see on either side
definitely
tonight.
Not.
There's going to be more as the game goes on with, even though the sun has gone down, it's still 70-plus degrees outside. And with that being said, your current game temperature is brought to you by ICS, keeping you warm when it's hot. Sorry, cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold. You don't want to be warm when it's hot.
No,
go to ICSHVAC.com for all of your comfort needs. And Guido was injured on that last play, which he had a 10-plus yard run on. And that's where we're going to pick things up at the 41-yard line. Mendham continuing to run that single wing. Old school type stuff. It's a direct snap to Lieberworth. This worked out well for him earlier in the drive, but man, oh man, forced back on his feet by 3 Vikings. Initial contact there made by Anthony Caponegro, and the Banana Boys on the other side are pumped up.
Yeah, you love to see that your school, even if you're away, your classmates even come to show support no matter where you are.
Yeah.
So I think that's really a huge motivation for, either team really. I know that Mendham is home, but seeing their student section fully packed
Yep.
has to be good motivation for them.
With the forward progress, they give him 3 yards on the run, so 2nd down and 7 at the 38. Guido in motion. Rassiopi looking in the flat. He finds Guido on a screen. Guido past the 30 he gets suplexed out of bounds there. A little back body drop action by Manny Salcedo.
It looked like, from my point of view,
And Guido's down.
Nick Vico was really charging at him, but just was not able to get him. And Guido, like you said, Ryan, he is back down. Has to be another cram. What?
Inside the 30 is where they'll spot it. It'll be a 1st down, and we're gonna we have the camera taken off of him here. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we're having right now. You're not missing anything at this current moment. There we go. And
cramps almost back-to-back plays. You don't want to see that.
Don't know if it's a cramp, only because he took a big licking on that hit there by Salcedo.
But it looks like it's the same leg. But again, like, I could totally.
Is he being stretched out? Is he being stretched out right now?
I cannot see. We got a bunch of Mendham players crowding or blocking our point of view. Probably out of respect, because you don't want to see a kid down.
Well, either way, hopefully he will be okay as Par Hills is field, and we're gonna take a break right now as it looks like he is hurt, and it is not a cramp. So we'll be right back here on Big Cinema.
Mendham Barrett PC Attorneys at Law provide you with a 360-degree approach for your personal and business legal needs, built on relationships, support, and innovation. You can rely on Mendham Barrett. Visit us at mblawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Mendham High School. The Minutemen up on Par Hills, 8-0 with 6:44 here left to go in the opening half of the game. Ryan Sudol alongside Kelly Owens live on Big State Sports. Thomas Guido on the sideline, standing up. Actually, no, sitting back down now with getting his left leg looked at by the athletic trainer after the 1st down catch and run on the previous play. 1st down and 10 now on the 28. Rassiopi faked that he was going to hand it off, and he's got a wide open man in Vince Mateo, but he threw the ball too far ahead of him, and that brings up 2nd down and 10. Almost just a perfectly drawn up play, just couldn't execute it.
Yeah, there had to be a little bit of a miscommunication there with the overthrow and just not being able to get it. That would have been touchdown potential.
And Cespedes there was on the coverage, possibly preventing him from getting to the ball.
2nd and 10 for Mendham at the Vikings.
But again, it's kind of hard to do play-by-play for the single wing because so much is happening at one time. It's almost like the veer that Morris Knowles implied for so many years. It's so hard to defend and hard to replicate in practices leading up to games. The motion man was Ryan Connolly. On the sweep, it's Owen Lieberworth. This would normally be a play reserved for Thomas Guido, but he is still injured on the sideline as Lieberworth picks up 3 on the play. Knocked down by a couple of Vikings, and again, we have a cramp on the field for a Parsippany Hills Viking.
Don't love to see it. Especially in this weather, that's one of the main factors of a cramp.
We are going to be seeing this not just tonight, but for really the next, I would say, maybe even month of the season, because you're used to playing football in, say, like 50-something degree weather, and it's going to be in the 60s at 7 o'clock at night for really the foreseeable future. As the clock has stopped here at 6:02, when we come out of the injury timeout, it will be 3rd down and 7 for Mendham. What do you think Mendham is starting to do, after the struggles of the opening drive that is leading them to be where they are now?
Well, I think it's them reading their defense. Like you said before at Children's Book, I love the way you said that. From what it looks like, they're able to tell which way the defenders are going to move and where they're heading to. So I think that's a huge factor on where they are right now and being up 8-0.
Clock rolling down now, coming up on 5:50 to go in the opening half. Rassiopi with 3 wideouts in the game. Guido back in the game is the motion man. Rassiopi, he's going to look to the end zone. He's got a wide open man, and it's caught for the touchdown. Hudson Lories, his first career touchdown reception, and Mendham is up 14-0.
You love to see a first career touchdown for your school, and that was a great play as we take a look at it right now. That was just a great read by the quarterback. The defender was just not able to keep up with him.
Dynamic with the ball in his hands is Hudson Lories using his speed.
What sets Open Road apart from other dealerships is
we have a lot of options from the coupe to the convertible that our customers love.
Lease the 2025 BMW X330 X-Drive for $629 per month. Come in now. Don't miss out.
Welcome back to Mendham High School. Minutemen about to kick this one away to Par Hills, up 15-0 with 5:40 to go here in the first half of action. In their second game of the year, looking for their first win of the season. So is Par Hills, as this is going to be for Par Hills. Number 14, Christian Bowman, returning the kick to just about the 25-yard line. And Nick Napolitano is going to come out here and try to lead them down the field for some points. They have yet to cross the 50-yard line in this game tonight.
That's what I was just about to say. They have yet to cross it, so they're definitely looking to put some points up on their board. And is it going to be a pass? Again, like I said before, is it going to be a passing game? Is it going to be a running game?
As we said at the top of the broadcast, last game 17 for 29, 159 passing yards, so they were primarily a passing team in that game against Roxbury last week. And we'll see how they will employ that going forward as there's trips at the top of the screen for Napolitano. In at running back is Anthony Caponegro here, but he won't go to him. It's going to be a throw over the middle. That ball was batted in the air. Actually, it ended up in the hands of Nick Vico, came out of his hands and was nearly intercepted by one of the Minutemen out there. I believe that was Lieberworth. Incomplete nonetheless, 2nd down and 10.
This isn't an awful position for them to be in. As 2nd and 10, you still got one more down to get past the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10 is one of the worst downs and distances in all of football. Because
I don't know, I just look at it from a different perspective. I like to look at it from different perspectives, but
wide receiver split out wide to either side. Throwing deep, here's Napolitano. He's got a great ball, and it is babbled and caught. How about that from Nick Vico? And there they go, crossing the 50-yard line. They're doing it in style as Vico, with Stickum on his hands, gets the catch.
That was a beautiful catch by Nick Vico.
Great ball as well there from Napolitano. That's a sophomore throwing that football, and great job by Vico to stay with the ball despite the initial bobble.
Yes, I was just about to say that with that bobble, it was very questionable if he was going to hold on to it, but if you're a Par Hills fan, you love to see it.
Ball spotted at the 43-yard line now. Trips at the bottom of the screen for Napolitano. Play action, he'll keep it himself. Trying to meander his way through the linebackers and could not get anywhere. Tripped up on the play by Luke Giannatasio. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, it looks like they're switching between running and passing plays, which isn't the worst thing in the world for Par Hills.
We said earlier that 2nd down and 10 is the hardest down and distance in football, and they converted well on the their last 2nd down and 10 that they had.
Not even a minute after we said it, too.
Not even a second after we said it.
Yes.
5 seconds after we said it. Napolitano, 4 wideouts again as Caponegro remains in the game at running back. Not sure why Dante Gutierrez is not out there, whether it's an injury or just a formation change. Napolitano looking here on second down again to throw the ball. In on the coverage was Hudson Lories on the pass intended for Danny Riley. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down and 10.
That was a great job by Hudson Lories, just keeping with that receiver.
And he was looking nervous getting up because I've seen flags thrown on coverage plays like that, but
yes,
none thrown as they were kind of hand fighting with each other down there.
We haven't seen a flag in this quarter just yet.
That's true. All the quarter, they got their penalties out of the way in the first quarter. 4:19 to go here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 10 for Napolitano. Motioning out is Caponegro. It's going to be a crossing route underneath to Danny Riley, but he has stood up. Forward progress will get him maybe a couple yards. Stop made on the play by Blake Kotarski and Shea Kraft. And it's going to be 4th down and 7 at the 40-yard line, and they are in no man's land, so the offense staying out on the field.
Yeah, as we see their quarterback, Nick Napolitano, back out for Par Hills, as they want that first down. This is the first time they've been over the 50-yard line. So
they'd hate to have this drive go to waste, especially down 15 with
exactly.
now 3.5 minutes to go and counting in the half.
They wanted to put some points on that board before the end of the first half.
Design roll, looking to throw with a clean pocket is Napolitano on the sideline. Was it caught? Yes, it was again by Nick Fico. How about it?
What did I said in the beginning of the broadcast, these are the two guys that you should be looking out for in this game, and they are just proving me right. That was a beautiful catch by Nick Fico.
Pushing Hudson Lories out of the way, and again bobbling the ball and staying with it for another huge 1st down reception.
What I've noticed from Nick Fico so far is that even though he's bobbling it, he still manages to hold on, to get a hold of that ball.
Not quitting on the ball at all tonight is Nick Vico, described by head coach Ross Tarlow as the true leader of the team. It's 1st down and 10 on the 11. On the toss, Caponegro, flag flies in the backfield. He's stopped there by Owen Lieberworth, and we'll see what the flag is. It's going to be holding on Par Hill, so that's a 10-yard penalty to bring up 1st down and 20.
Yeah, it's always going to be those flags that's going to put you in a rough position. They were just in a beautiful position to score, but now 1st and 20, that's not where you want to be.
Especially when you just had 2 plays on this drive, similar in nature on the sideline. Great catches by Nick Vico, the last one to get them to where they just were, but then just like that, holding penalty pushes them back to what's going to end up being outside of the red zone.
And Nick Vico is also a senior for Par Hills, so he's looking to make some great plays in his final year as a Viking.
And clock is going to stop for a timeout called by Par Hills with 3:08 remaining. First timeout called by either team, and we're going to take... Welcome back to Mendham High School. 3:08 left to go in the first half. Mendham Minutemen over the Par Hills Vikings. 15-0, but the Vikings looking to put some points on the board. Evading the sack there on the play was Nick Napolitano. Got it underneath, barely, to number 21, Ramon Stuth. Lined up at H-back on that play, and it's going to end up being an incomplete pass, though. Just too low for him to receive, so it'll end up being 2nd down and 20 at the 21-yard line. Ryan Sudo here alongside Kelly Owens. How big does a score here, specifically a touchdown, because that puts you back into a one-possession game if you make the extra point for Par Hills? How big would that be for the rest of this game?
Oh, that would be huge for the rest of this game. It would give them the motivation and the confidence to keep going in this game, and they're just showing us that they have so much motivation and so much confidence in order to keep this a good scoring game.
And a timeout called by Par Hills, their second timeout called in 3 plays as the clock remains at 3:01 remaining in the second quarter. And, even though they're not going to get the ball back to begin the second half, it should give the defense a boost to, perform well. And they've given up scores on the last 2 possessions that they've had. So We'll see how that will translate to the second half, whether they get a score here on this drive or not. And while we have a timeout, we'd like to acknowledge our sponsors. We thank you. We give a thank you to ICS, PhysioPros Performance Rehab, Hogwash Car Wash, Denali Property Management, and MyPropertyBuilding.com, as well as Liberty Corner Chiropractic, and of course, Mendham Barrett for sponsoring the Mendham Barrett Press Box, which is where we are residing right now here tonight on a hazy, humid night in Mendham. The temperature's gotten a lot better, better since the sun has gone down. But man, oh man, we were both sweating bullets up here.
I managed to squeeze my way in a little bit into the window, and I felt a nice breeze, and that was great.
Can we say why we closed the window? There was a bee.
There was a bee.
We were both very afraid of the bee.
Yes.
The
I'm
bee,
not
I believe,
afraid to
has.
Admit it. It's hey, to each their own. It's okay, but no, we did not want him in here.
Second down and 20. Napolitano flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take it himself, throwing a rocket to the sideline intended for Danny Riley, but too hot for anyone to handle, as that's going to be third down and 20 now for Par Hills.
Yeah, that ball went right through Danny Riley's hands, and again, third and 20.
Yeah, I would have run the ball at least one of these plays to just try to get some yards back.
That's what I was about to get to. Yeah, you would think that they would try to run it to at least get some yardage, to at least throw it into the end zone, or even a little bit before the end zone to run into it. But we have not seen that.
We'll see if they try to take a shot past the first down markers here, which would be the end zone, actually, because the first down markers are all the way down at the 1 yard line for third down and 20 from the 21 yard line. A virtual third down and goal from the 21 for Par Hills after getting farther than they have all game into Mendham territory. Here comes the shot to the end zone. Napolitano looking for his receiver in the end zone. That's Will Moss. Too far ahead of him on the coverage was, I believe that was either Rassiopi or Loris. It was Hudson Loris on the coverage, and that brings up fourth down and 20 on the 21 with 2:50 to go. And I don't see any personnel change. They're going to potentially go for this thing here on fourth down and 20. What do you think of this? And
I think they should at least go for a field goal. But
Manny Salcedo, again, hit a 45-yarder, is capable of making what would be a 38-yarder.
The best move would to go for that field goal, but you can understand why they want to at least go on this fourth down.
Want to put a dagger in the heart of the Mendham defense before they go into the halftime locker room. 2:50 to go. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Down 15. Going forward on fourth down and 20 is Par Hills. Napolitano looking to the end zone. Overthrows his target, Nick Vico. And a turnover on downs. Mendham will take over on their own 21-yard line.
Again, like I just said, I personally think they should have went for that field goal to at least put some points on that board. Because no matter how many points it would be, it would be a 3. It would be 15-3 if they went for that field goal. But they really were looking for that touchdown. And as we could see a banana running around the track right now.
Oh, no. I think he's out of frame now.
We got a loose banana.
Either I don't know if he's just doing a lap, I don't know if we call it a victory lap, but I think he just might be running to the snack stand to try to get some food before
or even water
the rush
with
comes.
The heat.
Yeah, true. Water, anything. Well, Mendham's going to take over from the 21-yard line, 2:45 to go. Let's see if they continue to keep the foot on the gas. Direct snap on this play to Owen Lieberworth. Man, that has been working wonders for them so far tonight. Another 5+ yard run, this time 10+. First down for the Minutemen.
Yeah, you love to see that Mendham is still on their game, even though they're up by 15. You always got to keep that, like my coach used to say to me, you play until that final whistle. And the Minutemen are showing us that their coach must be saying the same exact thing to them.
And they have all 3 timeouts with 2:20 left and counting. No 2-minute timeout here. Hasn't made it down to the high school level yet. Check back with us in a couple years. Here's the sweep to Thomas Guido. It worked wonders for the touchdown earlier.
Look at him go!
And
Look at him go!
He might have another, actually finally brought down as a touchdown-saving tackle down at the 20, and he's being stretched out again, working out those legs like crazy. And again, Par Hills just can't seem to stop that sweep, that misdirection.
Like I said in the last quarter, he has some wheels on him. Thomas Guido has some wheels on him, and he's using it to their advantage. And in the backfield, you can see that we have another player that is unfortunately down.
Yeah, we got 2 players down. Of course, currently being stretched out for a cramp is Thomas Guido. We have another player for Par Hills down, and I don't know if we should be taking a break right now. We're going to take a quick break. Our producer Devin giving us the okay, and we'll be right back from Mendham after these 2 injuries get sorted out. Mendham, though, setting up nicely for a score before the half goes in.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
David Hassagen here from Big State Sports. You're watching free coverage of the best high school athletes across the Garden State.
All right, welcome back here to Mendham High School. 2:06 is the time on the clock left to go here in the second quarter. Thomas Guido, a huge run all the way down to the 20-yard line, and he's off the field for at least a couple of plays. Again, getting banged up with the cramp that has twice tonight. But right now a red zone opportunity there. And how about this Notre Dame style shift going on here for Mendham on 1st down and 10 from the 20. Direct snap to Lieberworth, and he fumbles the snap, trying to fall on top of it, and he does, but losing 5 on the play.
Unfortunate to see, but at least he was able to get on top of that ball, so Par Hills did not have to recover that ball.
And a timeout's going to be called by Mendham. That is their first of the half with $1:32 to go in the half. Up 15 and trying to potentially go up 3 scores with any sort of points to close out this half.
I've never heard that one before, but I like it.
Actually, it's $1:40 now, so.
Yeah, no, I just never heard that one before, and I love it. I love it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15 coming out of the timeout there. But a nice job by Lieberworth to know where the ball was, just to fall on top of it. And that's the best play you could have made in that predicament. As 2 Par Hills Vikings were.
Yeah, if he wasn't able to put himself on top of that ball, then it definitely would have been a fumble recovery for Par Hills.
We got a spelling bee going on in the student section right now.
Like I said before, the colorful wigs they're all going out.
And thankfully they can all spell the name of their own school. 2nd down and 15. Rassiopi in the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. Being pursued from behind by Sam Batista, and he gets tripped up from behind. And he'll fall forward for a couple, and a timeout called by Mendham. So that's the 2nd timeout of the half for them. And now it's going to be 1:30 to go here, as it'll be 3rd down and 12 coming up when the timeout comes back in. Ethan Jaros, head coach of Mendham, in his 5th year at the helm, a 23-20 record. Played defensive line for Hightstown, graduated in 1989, and went on to play for Ramapo College and William Patterson University, both of our alma maters. Yes. And then went on to be a D-line coach at New Milford, a DC at South Brunswick, a D-line coach at Marietta College in Ohio. This guy's been everywhere. D-line coach at Munsingum College in Ohio, a defensive end coach at Vermillion Military Institute, a D-line coach at Northern Michigan, an assistant at William Patterson for 6 years from 2008 to 2013. Dist Windsor Plainborough South in 2014, head coach at Hightstown from 2015 to 2017, and then he ends up coming here. I mean, this guy's coaching passport is well marked.
I was going to say, the list just kept going and going.
Yep, and Ross Tarlow has been a defensive coordinator. Prior to last year, was a defensive coordinator at Par Hills for 24 years and is in his 2nd year as head coach. Less complicated resume on that side of things for Ross Tarlow. Still, multiple state championships under his belt. Throwing here on 3rd down and 12 is Rassiopi, looking to the far side, just too far ahead of his target, Shea Kraft. And it'll be 4th down and 12 here, and we'll see if they will try to kick a field goal here or go for it on 4th and long, as Par Hills did on their previous drive. But nope, looks like they're going to kick a field goal. Here comes Victor Flaith. And that will be from this distance, a 39-yard field goal with 1:24 to go, trying to go up 18-0. Flaith yet to attempt a field goal in his career in a regulation. And here we go. From 39 yards out, the kick is up. It is sailing towards the uprights, and it is good. It is 18-0 Mendham after the 39-yard field goal by Victor Flaith with 1:18 to go in the first half of play.
That was a beautiful kick by Victor Flaith. He was just able to get that right down the middle.
No doubt about that one at all. Right down Broadway.
And able to put them up by an extra 3.
So now it is a 3-possession game. As Par Hills is gonna, we'll see how aggressive they are. With 1:18 to go and 1 timeout, although the clock will stop after every first down momentarily.
After Victor Flaith hit that field goal, if you saw the entire sideline, they were all so hyped for him. And you just love to see your teammates supporting, or the teammates supporting each other. You just love to see it.
Yeah, and the last year, Cole Capuzzi was the kicker for Mendham, star running back, 1,000-yard rusher. So he barely ever came off the field, as he was a heavy hand on defense as well. So Flaith, his first outings this year in his career as the starting kicker, and already has a clutch kick under his resume, putting Mendham up 3 possessions, 18-0, with 1:18 to go here in the opening half. And that's going to be a muff here by Par Hills. And down on the field, I believe the whistle blew, as it was Danny Riley coming in. And now we got a flag coming in at the end of the play, and it looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike on Par Hills. That's going to push him back an extra 15. If we can see a replay on that, we're not able to. But yeah, so the ball was heading towards the near sideline, almost bounced out of bounds, but stayed in.
Yeah, you don't like to see those unsportsmanlike calls, especially when you only have 1:15 left in the first half.
And you're trying to go down the field and get any sort of points on the board. But you talk about a perfectly placed kick to cause some duress. I mean, and there's the official call on sportsmanlike conduct, so that'll push him back 15 yards, and we'll see where this will end up being spotted. The first down marker is, so it's going to be a half a distance to the goal call. The first down marker will be at the 23-yard line. So it will be first down and 10. They're just going to push him back 15 yards, or sorry, half the distance to the goal. They'll start at the 11-yard line. Napolitano. They give up the middle. Caponegro again taking it. Dante Gutierrez is the bell cow back for Par Hills, but ever since the opening quarter has been absent from the game. Not sure why, whether it's a personnel change or due to an injury. But either way, Caponegro getting most snaps tonight at the running back position. Had 13 rushing yards in that game against Roxbury last week, and is actually the leading tackler returning to the team this year as a linebacker on the other side of the field. Clock coming up on 40 seconds to go in the half, and Par Hills with a timeout remaining. Seems to just be running maybe a play or two and then taking this thing into the locker room. 3 wideouts in the game here for Napolitano. See if he'll end up throwing the ball on this play, or they'll keep running. They do to Caponegro. Caponegro pursued incredibly well, and the initial contact there made by number 21, Shea Kraft for Mendham, and that's where the forward progress was stopped, and, or should I say reverse progress, as it ends up losing 2 yards, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play, with Mendham, after a slow start, scoring 18 points in the second quarter to go up 18-0 on Par Hills in their second game of the year, trying to get their first win. Par Hills needs to mount a big comeback in order to end what is a 12-game losing streak. And we'll have all analysis before the beginning of the second half in just a little bit. But for now, enjoy a performance from I believe the Mendham Marching Band is going to be performing. And
I saw them walking down before.
Yep, there they are. They're going to be performing at the half, and we'll bring that performance to you during our break. So we'll be back very shortly. Ryan Sudall, Kelly Owens from Mendham High School.
your expectations. After 30 years in business, we created a terrific new repair facility located on Sussex Turnpike in Mount Freedom. Our ASE certified experts can perform all types of repairs and services. It's like taking your car to the dealer without the dealership pricing. Woody's provides easy parking, easy drop-off, a comfortable waiting room, and a friendly staff.
Hi, I'm Woody. After 30 years in business, we've really stepped it up in our new facility. Come on by and see why.
Struggling with confidence, inconsistency, and playing scared? Learn how to unlock your potential and perform at your best when it matters the most with Top Mental Game. Your talent sets the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mendham Varsity Cheerleading Squad.
Moment comes. Will you be ready?
Here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown, we strive to provide a stress-free, knowledgeable, positive buy. We'll find the right car for you.
Drive home the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for just $229 a month.
Check us out for yourself.
Negotiates and protects your contracts so you could focus on.
Our season pros provide the best service beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Provide your team or athlete with
your free estimate.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals. 3-989-8775.
This is brought to you by Old School Iron Gym. We're champions train. Elite equipment, unmatched energy, gym located in Long Champions train. Elite equipment, unmatched energy, gym located in Long Valley at 62 East Mill Road. Visit oldschooligongym.com for more information at 62 East Mill Road. Visit oldschooligongym.com for more information. That's old, SKOOL, irongym.com.
Peace, love, and taxes.
AP Roofing and Siding, your local experts in roofing, siding, the best service, quality products, the job. Call now for your free S94729 or visit us at
of tired floors, at Washington carpets to stunning hardwoods. Fully insured, fully trusted. Again, that's 908 fully trusted. Again, that's 908-989-01.
From forced hot air and hot water baseboards to steam heat and heat pumps, it doesn't matter if it's oil, natural gas, propane, or electricity. Let gas, propane, or electricity. Let us help you feel the energy. BA Us help you feel the energy. BA.
The football players and the cheerleaders, and it's almost like a football game is breaking out because that took a bunch of time.
It did.
But going back to Mendham, I mean, again, they stalled out on that opening drive, and really it looked like that Par Hills had that single wing figured out, but then they really got into high gear, specifically on that sweep, that misdirection that they run with Thomas Guido so often, one of which resulted in them flipping the field. But
other side are going crazy. They absolutely love that.
Man, oh man, unfortunately we're working on some technical stuff right now, so we're unable to bring you replays for the time being. Goodness, so it was a to Hudson Lories, who had some space, and then that just, it's a series of unfortunate events leads to the ball at the 1 yard line. He is lined up in the gun here out of his own end zone, and he's going to take it up the middle. In the gun here out of his own end zone, and he's going to take it up the middle, and a nice little run for him, He's going to get the first down. So just like that, he's going to get the first down. So just like that, getting out of that.
I was just about to say that was a little bit of a rough start for Mendham. That was a little bit of a rough start for Mendham, but glad to see that for some teams and some players, you can notice that one little mistake can just really affect the entire game.
And if they allow points on this drive, think about the mentality of what that could do to the Par Hills defense.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Good job by the offensive line on that previous play as well. Now it's 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line. Another direct snap, and this time, Rossiopi gets swallowed whole 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sam Batista in there.
That was a great look by Sam Batista there. He was really on top of that.
That's really the first time we've seen that Rossiopi go for negative yardage. We've seen. Now, actually, they're going to say that he actually will be a run stopped at the line of scrimmage. So, a generous spot there by our officials here, as it'll be 2nd down and 10 still from the direct snap to a crossing Owen Lieberworth. How about that out of the backfield? Direct snap to a crossing Owen Lieberworth. How about that out of the backfield? Still on his feet, just past the 20-yard line and about 3 or 4 yards short of a first down. Did you see that? It's dangerous is what that almost was.
Yes.
So it was a direct snap to a guy who was coming across the backfield, which is something you rarely see. And it could have been disaster had he not gotten his arms on it, because he had to kind of reach behind him to get the ball. But luckily for him to get the ball. But luckily for him and now it's 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 2 from the 23-yard line in the third quarter.
Yeah, he had 2 defenders on him, and he was still able to keep pushing. Forward.
Guido goes in motion, looking to throw here is Rossiopi. Rossiopi over the middle. He's got his man. That's Shea Kraft. It'll be a 1st down after he collides with 2 Parsippany Hills Vikings. He's down at the 31.
Great 1st down by Shea Kraft there. You just love to see it for the Minutemen as they keep those chains moving.
Yes, they do. It is 1st down 10 at the 30. And based on the way that they're operating on this drive, clock management is going to be the name of the game for Mendham here in this second half. And that kind of just comes with the territory when you're running a mostly run offense. Clock management just kind of happens. Management just kind of happens, even if you're not intending to implement it. Sweep to Guido. Guido tripped up from behind after a gain of 2 or 3 to the far side, but a penalty flag comes in. It's a hold. It'll be 1st down and 20 for Mendham from the 20 coming up. 3 scores. That student section is as engaged as they have been all night.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially at the, you saw all the bananas jumping up and down.
Yeah, we can't get enough of the, I don't need banana suits.
I counted 5 so far.
Or they could just be wearing gold T-shirts, but either way, I admire the dedication. And, you know, one to go too far from their house on a Friday. And credit to any student section, no matter how big or small, that makes the trip to a road game. First down and 20 after the holding penalty is too far ahead of him to Parsippany, his first year playing varsity ever. Just a natural leader, and if it wasn't for the seniors being on the team, he would be a captain.
Oh, yes,
so no
absolutely.
doubt he's going to be a captain next year. And if you watch him, it doesn't seem like he's having his first varsity experience, and not necessarily with the way he's thrown the ball tonight, but with the way that he runs the offense. A lot of clock stops at 8:42 to go here. Second down and 20, and a bit of a low snap on the direct snap. This to Lieberworth, and oh my goodness, ran into an absolute wall on that play. Couldn't see who it was that brought him down. I don't know if we're able to get a replay on that, but not right now. Replays, we're having a little technical trouble right now with our computers. You saw a couple replays earlier. But as it always is, seemingly, with technology never works when you need it to work. Like,
Oh, no.
absolutely need it to work.
Yeah, no, never.
That's what I've learned throughout my years, whether it's, you know, don't do this, kids. When you're trying to 11:59 and then your computer crashes, don't do that. I graduated, but still, don't do that. You're one year away from graduating.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
You're a junior. Oh, you have a stoppage on the field. It's a timeout called by Mendham before third down and 20. Clock stops at 7:48 to go here in the third quarter. Yes, excuse me.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to throw here because third and 20, not that has to be one of the worst positions to be in too.
Yes, I mean when I said earlier in the game that second down and 10 is one of the worst downs and distances that you can have in a football game. Obviously, it's not. We've seen a 4th and 26 in the NFL before.
Yes.
In terms of what it does for the rest of the drive or the rest of the 3 other downs that you have to go, it can be a momentum killer for the rest of the drive, or for the rest of the 4 tries that you have to get 10 yards. So that's what I was alluding to earlier on tonight. But you are correct. Third down and 20 in effort is a lot harder to get than a second down and 10.
Yeah.
As they will have that from their own 20-yard line. So this drive started at the 1. A holding penalty put them back to the 20. And we'll see what they elect to do here, if they will pass the ball or if they're just going to try to get some yards back, up 3 scores, and run down some clock.
The way I look at it is they have to throw the ball at this point, even if they throw it to like between 30 and 35. To get the first.
Guido and Loris are the 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. They got 2 at the top. Parsippany looking to throw. He's sacked from behind. The ball came out. I think Parsippany Hills got it. And they do. What a defensive stop and a defensive play for Par Hills. We're going to see a replay on this and see who it was that picked up the ball. Nice pursuit from behind, I believe, 40. And Par Hills is going to have fantastic field position at the Mendham 17-yard line after the strip sack on third down and 20.
Now this is perfect scoring position for Par Hills as they're down by 18. And of course they're going to be looking to score here. Whether it's a pass or run game that they're about to do, they need to get points on that board.
Trips at the bottom of the screen here. Looks like it's going to be a throwing down. Again, Anthony Caponegro still in the game at running back as Gutierrez. Bobbling in a couple of times there was Manny Salcedo, but he advances for a couple yards just near the 10-yard line. Actually going to be stopped at the 11, so a gain of 6, second down and 4 coming up.
Yeah, that was a great catch by him, and that was also great yardage by him. Again,
what is with these Par Hills receivers and keeping with the ball whenever it's bobbled? Because we saw the 2 great catches on the sideline in the second quarter by Nick Vico. We saw that right there by Manny Salcedo. And
he was able to maintain that ball. And that's important.
Quarter, the trips have switched to the top of the screen for Napolitano, but it's going to be a run up the gut to Anthony Caponegro, spinning down inside the 2-yard line. Stopped right before the end zone by Shea Kraft, but it'll be first down and goal from the 1 for the Vikings.
That was a good run by Anthony Caponegro, as they're in a beautiful scoring position right here at the 1-yard line.
We'll see what they will what they'll elect to do here. We'll see if they'll do a QB sneak up the middle. Now, while it is legal in high school football, I have yet to see a tush push employed. And it looks like they're not going to do it here. They got 3 wideouts in the game here, but Napolitano is going to be under center, which has not been the case for a lot of the game. Bounced off his own lineman, trying to get a push into the end zone on the sneak. We'll see the official spot. No, he did not get in. I don't think, at least. No signal for.
The players keep throwing their hands up for a touchdown.
They keep trying to coerce the officials into signaling for a touchdown, but no dice. A nice stand on that play by the Mendham defensive front. And it'll be, man, it looks, that is the 1 millimeter line for the second down and goal.
I was going to say,
here.
that's not even an inch.
Not even.
Not even an inch.
Inside 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Par Hill's looking to get their first points on the board after a phenomenal defensive stop on 3rd down and 20. The strip sack by the senior defensive end, Danny Riley.
That was an absolute beautiful sack and a beautiful recovery.
Especially at this point in the game.
Yes.
To have that play happen. And looks like they're going to try another sneak here. This time it's an easy touchdown for Napolitano, and Par Hills is on the board.
Find just a little bit of a gap there to get into that end zone. And as we look at the replay here.
Easiest touchdown you'll ever see.
Yes.
So now it's a decision to make here. Well, it looks like Manny Salcedo will be attempting an extra point, but I wouldn't, just like Mendham did at the start of the game, surprisingly, go for 2.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise, especially for me, because their first touchdown of the game, and they go for the 2-point.
On the open the gate, shut the gate, and they never shut the gate, which I've literally never seen the direct snap on that play in the years that I've seen that formation in high school football doing games for Morris Sussex / Big State Sports. So clock stops here at 5:25 for the PAT attempt by Salcedo. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. He is 2 for 3 on the season. And we got a ball game all of a sudden. It is 18-7 with 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Par Hills trailing Mendham 18-7. And we're going to go to a break. We'll be right back from Mendham High School live on Big State Sports.
One of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties for us to work on.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
Looking for authentic Mexican food, comfortable atmosphere, and a good time? Come to Don Jose, located on Route 10 in East Hanover and Route 46 in Netcong. The Arceo family has owned and operated Don Jose. All your authentic Mexican favorites like fajitas and enchiladas, as well as live music weekends. Our signature Don Jose margaritas are sure to put a smile on your face. Don Jose in East Hanover and Netcong.
Welcome back to Mendham High School here. Par Hill's ready to kick this one away into the game off the QB sneak by Nick Napolitano. The PAT by Manny Salcedo. We want to tell you folks, we understand that there are a lot of issues going on with our video tonight. We understand that you can hear us fine, but the video is choppy. We promise that we will have a 8 going up later on in the week where you will see everything in full resolution. Again, we apologize for that inconvenience here tonight. And as Mendham had that kickoff return to about the 19-yard line, and that's where they'll start out. And you got to believe that the defense for Par Hills has a bit of a jolt after final.
Absolutely, they're hyped. As I was able to see it.
The loudest I've heard the sideline or the student section. That stop on that kickoff return, weirdly enough, all night long. Lined up in the single wing here, as has been the case for most of the plays tonight for Mendham. And there was a direct snap there to Rassiopi, and who was lined up to the left of the center. And the run on the play to Thomas. Guido is stopped after 2 yards towards the near side of the field by Nathan Cerullo. Nathan Cerullo.
Oh, I love that. So every single time he gets the ball in his hands, he will always put up some yards, no matter if
he hasn't gone backwards a lot in this game. Thankfully, it was the case for a few plays that anytime he would just get contact, a cramp would come about, but looks like that adjustment was made appropriately in the halftime locker room. Speaking of Guido, he's got a catch over the middle of the field, brought down at the end by Anthony Caponegro. It's going to be couple yards short of the, actually they're going to give him the first down with forward progress, so it'll be first down and 10 for Mendham at the 30-yard line of the Vikings.
Yeah, again, like I said.
Under 4:30 to go in the third.
Again, like I said, every single time he gets the ball, he will always put up, no matter if it's 1 yard, like 2 yards, or even like 15 yards, he'll always find a number to put up.
Or 40 yards like the run he had earlier to get into the red zone before the half.
Absolutely.
Direct snap to Lieberworth. Lieberworth bouncing in there by Jaden Mendez. First time we've heard his name tonight. One of the leaders on the line, the veteran-led defensive line for the Vikings.
Mendez on the tackle.
And it's a 2-yard gain on that play.
Second and 7 for Mendham.
Well, after the lengthy halftime, this third quarter, I don't know if it's the same length in real time as the first or second quarters, but after the long halftime, this third quarter's going by fast.
Yes.
3:30 to go already here, as Mendham has a second down and 8. Looks like a passing down here as they got 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. In motion behind Rasiopi is a little pirouette there as he faked the handoff to Guido, but Parhill's a great job reading the play as Lieberworth had it on the sweep. No gain on the play, third down and long.
That's what I've noticed with Parhill's defense. They've been able to read almost every single. Mendham is about a.
This is looking similar in terms of defending the rush as the first drive that they had in the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the pass earlier to Guido going for 10-plus yards, but that first drive, it looked promising for the defense for the remainder of the game. And while it was differing results for the remainder of the first half, when they need to make stops on the run, they've been doing it so far here as it's third down and 8 with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rasiopi got a throw. Design roll to his right. It's intercepted! Picked off on the play by Nick Fico, and another turnover forced by Parhills in Mendham territory.
Look at that student section go. They are so hyped for their classmates. Nick Vico has been having a game for himself today. Between the bobbling and being able to maintain that ball and just that interception, he's been having a great game so far as we're only heading towards the end of the third quarter.
On the last possession for Mendham, it was a strip sack by Danny Riley. Now, Nick Vico on the pick. That is his first interception of the year and of his varsity football career. And it's the biggest play of the game for Parhills, as it's first down and 10 from the 33, 2:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Play action for Nick Napolitano. He's looking towards the end zone. That pass is incomplete, intended for Vico. Nice coverage on the play there by Ryan Cantelli. No flag thrown.
Yeah, like you said, great coverage there by Ryan Cantelli.
It was a well-thrown ball, too, and that's nice to see there from Napolitano, because specifically on the last drive that they had of the first, really the last full drive they had the ball for a couple plays in the final seconds, but each of those inside the 25, he overthrew his receivers.
Yes.
And that was a well-thrown ball. Just the coverage by Ryan Cantelli was just too much for Vico to haul the ball in. And that brings up second down and 10 with 2:18 left to go in the third. Napolitano bobbles the initial snap, flushed out of the pocket. That ball came out. That's a loose ball, and it's scooped up by Mendham. Going the other way is Luke Giannatasio. Back and forth we go with the turnovers, and Mendham is set up inside the 35 of the
recover. That was a beautiful recovery. That actually leaves me speechless, as we just had that interception from Parhills. He was right underneath that ball. He knew exactly where it was.
And Ralph Langone was the guy that came from behind, forcing the ball out of the hands of Napolitano. And in the right place at the right time was Luke Giannatasio. And just when Parhills had the momentum on their side, one play changes it all for the time being, as it's first down from the 32 of Parhills for Mendham. So this is literally a field switch, because they just had the ball on 32 of Mendham, and now it's a mirror image. We'll see what this will do to the mentality of the Parhills defense. Direct snap Rassiopi actually going to look to throw. He's looking deep down the near side of the field. That pass is bobbled up a couple times, and it is It's like a tennis match out here. Julius Cespedes with the pick.
These back-to-back plays are incredible. Look how hyped this team is. Look how hyped Par Hill is.
Intended for Vince Matteo. It was almost looked like a volleyball play there. A bump set. And then the spike in this case is the interception. So yes, Par Hills is going to get the ball. 3 out of the last 4 plays have been turnovers for either side. 2 thrown by Mendham off of the interceptions and 1 by Par Hills off the fumble that you just saw the play before this one.
I've never seen this in a football game before.
I literally have not seen this, and I've been broadcasting football games for this company this is my 7th year. So I mean, this is insanity.
This is a great football game.
It's exciting. It certainly is exciting as from inside the 5, it's going to be a run to Anthony Caponegro trying to force him back, and that will not be a safety as he got out of the end zone with the football. However, it'll be a loss of a down and 11 from what looks to be the 2.5-yard line.
Every single player
is on the non-touchdown before
yes.
he could be seen. They're trying to will the officials into throwing up the hands,
yes.
But to no avail as it is now 2nd down and 11 with the ball on the 2-yard line. Inside 90 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And lining up in the shotgun here is Napolitano. This could be dangerous considering how the last drive ended for them. He's got a clean pocket though. He's looking deep down the near side of the field. Oh, it was perfectly placed into double. It was thrown into double coverage there, covered by Blake Kotarski and Ryan Cantelli, but Will Moss could not get his hands on the ball, but really that's the best ball he could have thrown in that situation to Moss for Napolitano. So either way, 3rd down and 11 from the 2 with $1:05 to go in the 3rd.
Yes, that was great coverage by Ryan Cantelli and Blake Kotarski, my apologies.
It's okay. As it is now 3rd down and 11. We'll see what they'll elect to do here. Looks like they're going to pass again, unless they go for a draw to Caponegro. They're trying to pump the fans up to potentially force a safety. They got 3 wide receivers out there. Napolitano's got a clean pocket. He's looking deep down the near side again. It's overthrown. And the troubles that he had earlier in the game return, albeit for maybe just 1 play as the pass intended for Salcedo went over his head. And now they're going to punt this one away, and you got to believe that Mendham's going to look to block this thing and potentially force a safety or a touchdown.
If they're able to block it to get that touchdown, that
this will be the wacky. Yeah, I'm serious. This will put this game in the books. This will put the last 2 minutes of game time in the books as some of the wackiest I've seen in a long, long time.
And as this is my first game, this is an incredible game.
Yeah, welcome aboard, Kelly.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, so Thomas Guido lined up at the 30 to try to get this, and nice high punt to avoid any sort of blockage. They're going to let this take a bounce. It'll go past the 30-yard line and stop at about the 33. So nice way to respond by the Mendham defense after their offense gives up another turnover. So now with the score being what it is with the time left, which is 12:48 left, total of game time left, you saw them go for the deep throw on the first play of that drive after the strip sack and fumble. How aggressive would you play it if you're Mendham from this point out?
Oh, I would play. If I was on Mendham, I would play my heart out. Like I said before, my coach has always taught me, play until the last whistle.
I was more referring to I agree with that wholeheartedly, but I was more agreeing to, would you throw the ball more? Would you stick to the single wing and just run the ball like they are right now
yeah.
with Owen Lieberworth? How about Lieberworth with some speed, following blockers, breaking a tackle or two, and finally being brought down inside the 20-yard line? And whoa, what the heck? Did they think that the ball was still live? I don't know. I think I heard a whistle before they tackled him for the 2nd time. We'll see it again here on the replay. Lieberworth, great speed. Really the first time he's been able to show that speed tonight. And yeah, I think he thought he never touched the ground because he was kind of flipped over and maybe did a cartwheel.
But as we're looking at that replay, a flag was thrown.
And we'll see, what was the call on the field here. Official coming to this side. It's going to be on sportsman. So he was down at the end of the play, and that counts as a late hit on sportsmanlike conduct call.
As you were mentioning before about the running and passing game, if I was a part of Mendham, where they are right now, I would just keep running.
Exactly.
I would just keep running because they're a little bit before the 20-yard line, or a little after the 20-yard line, excuse me, and just keep running it from there.
So that late hit on sportsmanlike conduct call leads to a first down and goal at the 8. That's half the distance to the goal. Direct snap to Lieberworth. Lieberworth following his blockers, cutting it up and in. Touchdown, Mendham.
Beautiful run by Lieberworth there.
Lieberworth with his first rushing touchdown of the year. And Mendham now up 24-7 with the PAT upcoming. He is the third different Minuteman to score in tonight's game.
As I kept saying about Thomas Guido having a set of wheels on him, so does Lieberworth.
Yeah, again,
I have been noticing.
Because all the runs that he's had before really were just kind of those direct snaps where he would run it just up the middle and lower his shoulder. The 2 runs on this drive, the 2 big runs, including that touchdown, he showed the wheels he has. And here comes the PAT attempt here from Victor Flay. Takes a little bit of a stumble as he kicks it away, but it goes through. And the score is now 25-7 in favor of Mendham with 22 seconds to go in the third quarter of action. And what a wild last few minutes we've had here, and we're glad to bring it to you here tonight. And we'd like to thank the sponsors that we have for this game tonight: ICS, PhysioPros Performance Rehab, Hogwash Car Wash, Denali Property Management, and Liberty Corner Chiropractic. And of course, Mendham Barrett sponsoring the Mendham Barrett Press Box, from which we are bringing you